Welcome to my YouTube channel Diamond Storyline. This is the movie recap of Lost on the Mountain in Maine. This story is based on the real-life survival of Don Fendler, a 12-year-old boy who got lost on Mount Katahdin in 1939. In the summer of 1939, a 12-year-old boy vanished without a trace in the wild, unforgiving forests of Maine. For 9 long days, he fought starvation, exposure, and despair. What began as a family hiking trip turned into a historic survival story that captured the heart of a nation. This is Lost on the Mountain in Maine, the true story of Don Fendler, a boy who refused to give up. Don and his family, visiting from New York, arrive at Baxter State Park. The majestic Mount Katahdin looms high. Don is excited, adventurous, curious, and eager to prove himself. On July 17th, Don joins his father and some friends for a hike to the summit. The weather is pleasant. Spirits are high. But as they ascend, the clouds thicken and fog rolls in. The group splits briefly, and that's when everything changes. In a moment of confusion, Don takes the wrong trail. The mist swallows the trail. Don thinks he's heading down the mountain, but in truth, he's going deeper into the wilderness. He slips, falls, gets scratched and bruised. As night falls, the realization hits him: he's alone. He screams for help. No one answers. The first night is cold, terrifying. He curls up in a crevice, shivering, too scared to sleep. Back at base camp, Don's father reports him missing. Rangers launch a search. Word spreads. Hundreds of volunteers comb the trails. Planes circle above. The nation watches the headlines: "Boy lost on mountain." But with every hour, hope fades. Meanwhile, Don is surviving on instinct. He drinks from muddy streams, eats wild berries, swats at insects. The weather worsens. He tears his clothes on branches. His legs are covered in scratches. He begins to hallucinate. Days pass. Don begins to pray. He thinks of his mother, his siblings. His scout training kicks in. He follows streams, believing they'll lead to civilization. He builds crude shelters from branches. He sucks moisture from moss. Once, he finds a dead fish and considers eating it, but fear of getting sick holds him back. On day 5, his feet are swollen, blistered. He wraps them with birch bark. Despite everything, he keeps walking. He starts leaving notes behind on tree bark, scratched messages in case someone finds them. "I'm alive. Going downstream." By day 7, Don is skeletal. His eyes are sunken. He's eaten almost nothing. He begins hearing voices, his mother calling, imagined footsteps behind him. At one point, he collapses on a rock, too weak to move. He thinks this is the end. But something in him, some willpower beyond understanding, pushes him up. He stumbles onward. On the 9th day, Don reaches a cabin near a lake. No one is there, but he finds a discarded can of beans and devours it. A few hours later, he sees a man in a boat. Mustering all his strength, Don yells. The man hears him and rushes to shore. It's a game warden. Don collapses into his arms. Word spreads fast. "He's alive!" He's rushed to the hospital. His weight has dropped dangerously low. But miraculously, Don survives. Don becomes a national sensation. He receives letters from all over the country. President Franklin D. Roosevelt even sends a telegram. Newspapers praise his courage. But Don humbly says, "I just wanted to get home." His story is taught in schools, turned into books, and becomes a timeless reminder of resilience. Lost on the Mountain in Maine isn't just about survival, it's about the strength of the human spirit, even in a child. Don Fendler was only 12, but he showed courage beyond his years. He was lost, but never gave up. Thanks for watching. If you found Don's story as inspiring as we did, be sure to like, subscribe, and share.